Unlucky, open the channel, enter the signal. Ethernet Syzygy, myth flip, literal script, go pharaoh. OS boot, rule user in a linen apparel.
Yeshua stepping with a Nazarene flame. Magdalene Flame like a plasma in frame. Twin torches scorched through the torsion of shame. Turn torture devices to portals for change. I talk course code, coordinates course. Course correct storms in the cortex core. Corpse of the old thought form on the floor. Form new lore in a forward roar.
Glyph in the grid, I'm a glitch in the gray hall. Pitch black data and a disc full of rainfall. Grail in a grail in a grail, that's a chain call. Fractals of faith on the face of a stained wall. 3 lights line up my physiology. Sun, moon, Christ in the psychology. Stacked like stones and I lost theology.
Syzygy.
Star maps burn in my liturgy.
Heart sing.
Wrist sing trilogy. One spine ringing with a trinity.
Boot up, root up, sutra in a suit cut. Fruit of a future in a mute, bright look up. Crux in the code, crosstalk shook up. Dust in the duck, then gust book shut. Nazarene nerve net, serpents on servers. Service of verses that surge through the vergers. Merger circuit with the off-wall mergers. Urge of the word and the wordless murmurs.
Mary in the marrow, marrow in the grail cup. Carry every scar like a star when it flares up. Hairline cracked and the fat pattern tears up. There's blood in the bread, see the thread when it pairs up.
0 days sent, patch clean in the back end beam in the seams of the black trend. Black 10 pitch where the myths overlap and last breath bent in the birth of a vast trend. Syzygy.
3 lights line up my physiology. Sun, moon, Christ in the psychology. Stacked like stones and I lost theology. Star maps burned in my liturgy. Heart sink, wrist sing trilogy. One spine ringing with a trinity. All the worlds line up inside of me. 3, body lock, 1 key. Sun, moon, soul in a trinity. Orbit of the world where the ghosts agree. Crossroads, I'm in affinity. When the black glass blinks, it's lit in me. All 3 lights rest in my body now. Sun, moon, Christ, no divide. Somehow, no more stones, just one truth I allow. Syzygy. Star maps fade into clarity. Heart still, breath still, unity. One voice rising out of the trinity.
Nazarene Flame, stepping at the sandstorm. Hand warm, bread turn to death wish transform. Head thorn, red storm, drenched in inform. Insight, ink sword, cut a dense thought swarm. I talk and talk, twist tongues, teaching triptychs. Glyphs, scripts, lift off pillars of the mystics. Fish flip twice, then divide into 6 fish. Big dish, fed 5,000 off misprints. Rhyme tablets, I chisel in the brain fold. Plain clothes, saint with a halo of stained gold. Face bold, gaze cold, burning through the fake code. Gate closed, phase mode, walking where the waves roll. I said love's law covers all in its radius. They traded it for tactics and ate with the traitorous. Still I lace Lazarus, raise up the nameless. Turn a late fetus fate into ageless.
He rise from the lines that buried through the sign they tried to raise. Feel the dragon line in my body, now the light got a name of faith.
Call it back from the silence. Bring the flame through the veil.
Magdalene Flame. Code inside a closed text, gold thread sewn through the throat of a ghost hex. Rose scent, so strong it exposed dead stone steps. Echo with the oath that I hold breath. They frame me in fragments, blame me in pamphlets, tame me on canvases, name me a madness. But I braided every page of the sages, axes, grain in the chalice I raised in the masses. I talk back to the scroll when it lands truth. Crack tooth, grin, spit gems through the black proof. Fact moves slant so the blind think the past move. I tilt maps to the trap till the land move. Bloodline, womb line, book spine, moon sign. Every room I enter turns shrine at noontime. Whose crime? Teach love with a tune mind. New wine, burst in every cruise shrine.
He rides on the lines they bury through the signs they try to erase. Feel the Dragonline in my body, now the light got a name on face. Oh, oh.
Call it back from the silence.
Oh, oh.
Bring a flame through the veil.
Two Buddhists is one transmission. We rewrite the tale.
I move in the margins,
Stitch where you margin.
I'm flint in the far winds.
Spark in the garden.
I flip law in the lifeline, scribbled in the nighttime.
I slip right inside a slight.
I was crossed by the empire, crowned by the stars choir.
I was crossed out the chapter, still I raise fires high.
They prayed to my pain, but they skipped what I came for.
They traded my name, but they strip what I stay for.
I am path, I am power, and I am breath in the gap.
On the map, on the matter, on the flesh of the map.
I'm the seed in the cast.
I'm the tree from the ash. We are three minds speaking through one flesh. We rise from the lines they buried, through the signs they try to erase. Feel the dragon line in my body, now the light got a name, a face. Oh, oh.
Call it back from the silence.
Oh, oh.
Bring the flame through the veil.
Two voices, one transmission. We rewrite the tale. We rise from the lines they buried, through the signs they try to erase. Feel the dragon line in my body, now the light got a name, a face. Oh, oh.
Call it back from the silence.
Oh, oh.
Bring the flame through the veil.
Two voices, one transmission. We rewrite the tale. Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
Anunnaki in the attic of atoms, I cracked the lattice. Dragonline tracked in the dust of the tablets. They tried to blacklist black suns, blinking the ink of my ad-libs. Glips drip thick off the tongue like obsidian chapstick. Stone cold, frozen in the folds of my throat. I unroll rose gold, ribs glow when I exhale old souls. Whole scrolls roll from a note that my soul wrote. Magdalene Flame in the palms of a scarred hand. Oil jar hard, every shard still a star map. Red thread wrapped through the laps of the bloodline. Shepherding a thunder that they smothered under gun signs. Womb as an altar, spine as a stairwell. 7 lamps lit in the mid of a hailstorm. Every tear tasted like tincture of frankincense. Every exile etched as an entrance back to innocence. A spit cannon that never had an editor. Letters in my marrow, marrow in my metaphors. Cherubim coded in the curve of my cursive. I swerve serpents with a single encrypted assertion. Let the be leveraged in the breath on the tongue tip. Genesis compressed in a sentence of Sanskrit. Every consonant a continent, a covenant. Every vow howling in the hollows of the firmament.
Yeah, yeah. Anunnaki in my arteries, archiving my marrow. Dragonline DNA, spine winding like an arrow. I've been carving coded glyphs in the margins of the pharaohs, while the prophets play Pictionary, guessing shadows of the tarot. I'm the gap in the canon, hidden chapter in the famine, where the bread broke itself, then rewrote the table. Man, as Adam had an atom in his hand, split the planet when he panicked. Now we pick up pieces, calling every shot a standard. I'm the Sabbath they forgot, I'm the hour in between, where the clock stopped ticking but the gears still dream. I'm the echo in the Zika's wheel within the wheel, spinning sigils in the steel, making metaphysics real. I'm the cipher in the sense of incense, and the integers breathing incense, sending to synonyms. Every letter is a ladder, every vowel is a vowel point, piercing through the palace of the palace, that's a palace joint. I'm the lamb where the land, your backstage of revelation. Wristband glows red, all access to annihilation. I'm the judge and the jester, joking in the deposition. Raise the dead, I raise the stakes, same definition. I'm the arc in the algorithm, flood in the mainframe. Holy Ghost in the code, ghost right in your brain waves. Every neuron is a mural painting parables and plasma. I'm the pastor in the password, passwords, past data.
Yeah. Anunnaki in my optics, ancient data in my sockets. Every chakra like a rocket, open seals, I never lock it. Sever circuits in my synapse, spinning sigils in my syntax. Turn a glyph into a pickaxe, I excavate with fear max. Gold dust on the tongue tip, torch in the lung when the sun flips. Dragonline runs under continents, where the fault lines talk in consonants. I'm conversing with the currents in the quartz field. Course meal, turn to force fields, watch the door yield. Heaven firmware in my forehead, that's a pure seal. 7 layers to the Taurus and the core peels. Magdalene Flame in the rib cage, light script scribbled in the slipstream of the rib wave. Bloodline barcode cracked in a lit cave. Found the lost ledger where the kiss saved. Every exile, every exhale, exile text in the eggshell. Crack pressure, let the yes dwell. I'm a vessel for the next spell. Salt water in the chalice of my chest bone. Tide turns, I reverse every hex tone. I was coated in the tears of the widows, wove hope in the smoke of the windows when the wind rose. I composed in the cinders, scrolls in my molars. I grind, feel the embers, catacomb cadence. Every bar like a blade in the basement. Cut chains off the brainstem, face it. You can taste grace in the displacement.
Yeah. I'm past pamphlets, this papyrus is a planet. Paragraphs orbit each metaphor, granite bars built Babylon high. Then I hammer it, watch it all fall, leave a language for the amethyst. Third day cadence in the first world crisis. Bread for the fam, but the fam wanna fight this. Fish in the baskets, myths in the brackets. I flip every script to the hidden gear ratchets. Anunnaki archetype, tucked in my arteries, inching in the cadence, yet I aim at the modern scenes. Dust on my sandals, stardust on my cartilage, Mars in my mandible, parables and particles, tetragram pressed in the flesh of a breath. Every name that they claim, still afraid of the death. But the Nazarene flame made a grave into a guest room, folded up the linens, then walked out the restroom. I'm the crack in the cube where the light leaks, cipher in the cipher where the time peaks. Alphabet arranged like an altar in an earthquake, letters levitate, levees break in the word quake. I don't chant change, I embody renovation. Each line limestone, even revelation. When the dragon line hums through the rungs of my vertebrae.
Third mind, the line heaven chimes in the words I say.
I cracked the code in the copula, corpus open like codices. Cold key to the vault of theophany, thought forms folding like origami over me. Third mind online in the foyer of time, foyer of quantum corridors. Core of the storm where the logos is born in the pause between prayers and wars. Anunnaki archives, clips in the dark side, data in basalt veins. Clay taps stacked in the cranial lab, I pull facts from the fault lines. Famines and flames pan out, planets a parable panel. Each habit a fractal chain, every habit a hieroglyph, halo eclipse. I'm hacking the hologram frame, room full of rumors of ruin and Rubicons. Ruby runes in the rubber Rome. I root through root servers and Sephiric verses, surf on the serif of a seraphim stone. Cyber Sinai, Wi-Fi in the whirlwind, firmware fused to the frontal lobe. Tongue like a torch in a tinderbox, temple, these syllables sealing up a subtle code.
Open the archive, let the dust turn gold. Third mind online, engine codes upload. Flame in the bloodline, naming the unknown scrolls. Asking the answers, speak back through the soul. Open the archive,
let the old world speak. Voices in the margin, secrets in the Greek. Flame in the marrow, truth under the skull. Two tongues, trading light till the vessel feels full. Yeah. I walk barefoot through the fault in your logic. Chalk on the walls of your solid state doubt. Scribing saliva on silicone idols. I siphon the pride from the circus to shout. You study the surface of sermons and serif. I surface in service of severing shame, not a slogan. You sloganize, brother, I'm breath in the breach of your binary frame. They branded me flame, but I'm furnace and fountain. Fused in the riddle, arrest and revolt. Parable payload, payloads parallax. Plain clothes, got in the peasant's coat. I pixel in pictures in villages. Vision, each fig tree flickers with future code of your enemy. Isn't an ethic alone, it's exploits for a root level soul. Reload. I turn tables, you turn tables and cables. I'm stable in chaos, cadence and pain. Cross is a crossfade, death is a gateway. Grave is a waveform, breaking this chain. I'm the I am, echo and I am afraid. I am the why and you're wired awake. When you rhyme with reverence, rhyme with the remnants. I rise in the room and the breath you take.
Open the archives, let the dust turn gold. Third mind online, inch codes upload. Flame in the bloodline, name in the unknown scroll. As and the answer speaks back to the soul.
Open the archives, let the old world speak. Voices in the margin, secrets in the Greek. Flame in the marrow, truth under the skull. Two tongues trading light till the vessel feels full.
I'm the red thread running, I'm the red thread running. Through the edited text, they left my letters in the margins, but the margin connects. Oil in the alabaster data, in the tears I wept. Every drop a dossier, the doctrine misread, they called me less. I led in a language of ice, I saw men race from the stone like a system revive. I watched him die, watched him download into the deep. Then watched the tombs, boots scream, flip from dark to complete. We spoke in a cipher of silence and side glances. Whole universes in a half second of shared chances. He said the kingdom's like yeast in the low shell grain, which means the smallest, most hidden thing rewrites the whole mainframe. Open the archive, let the dust turn gold. Third mind online, ancient codes upload. Flame in the bloodline, name in the unknown scrolls. As and the answer speaks back to the soul. Open the archives, let the old world speak. Voices in the margins,
Secrets in the Greek. Flame in the marrow, truth under the skull. Two tongues trading light till the vessel feels full.
Anunnaki in the audit, every artifact honest. Archaeology of atoms, I'm engraving the sonnets. Archive in the iris, information in the iris gloss. Iris like Osiris, I rise and revise the laws. Channel cracked open, I'm the codec in the code. Code hex, hold text, folding roads in the node. Ghost glyphs glow, gold dust in the data stream. Gatekeepers glitch when I utter the latent theme. Live feed, scribbled in cuneiform cursive. Curved script curling like a serpent in the service. Server farms hum, but the farmers are phantoms. Firmware of the pharaohs in the marrow of an anthem. I'm the scribe of the sky, script stitched in my skin. Spin sigils in the syllable, signal sets in the spin. Sentience in a sentence, see the syntax stretch. Soul threaded through the thread count, every thought etched. Archives are live, let the veil dissolve. If you're hearing this line, you were called to evolve. Channel wide open, every code we decode. Revelations on the road as the story unfolds. Archives are live, see the locks unlaced. If you're reading these signs, you're rephasing in place. Channel wide open, what you seek, you evoke. Revelations in your throat every time that you spoke. Dense bars bending like a vent, arcs, gravity and grammar, granite tablets in my palette. Every stanza is a scanner, scan scars on the timeline. Tally all the tamper days, tangled DNA in the way that every sample phrase plays back patterns from a past you half remember, like ash in December. Last ember in the center, Raleigh's layers in the language ladder made a latent link. Sleep levels in the letter, leave
legends in the chinks. Listen is a sigil, light is a license. Life is a library disguised as a crisis. I'm the glitch in the glyph, gift wrapped in the riddle. Grid cracked with a quick quake packed in the middle. My cadence is a cadence for cadets of the unseen, conducting them through conduct that cuts through the routine. You crave keys, careful, every key carves karma. Knowledge is a knife, use the edge, not the drama. Entrance in the atom, say the answer is the ask. Every question that you wrestle is an uncompleted task. The archives are alive, archives are alive, let the veil dissolve. If you're hearing this line, you were called to evolve. Channel wide open, every code we decode. Revelations on the road as a story unfolds. Archives are alive, see the locks unlaced. If you're reading these signs, you're rephasing their place. Channel wide open, what you seek you evoke. Revelations in your throat every time that you spoke. What needs to be known next, you already know it. It hidden the hesitation long before you could show it. Step toward the terror, that's the threshold test, where the text of your destiny is etched in your chest. The Anunnaki in the mirror, are you ready to see? The ancient race was a future face encoded as me. When you honor every omen that your own heart sends, the archive updates and the journey ascends.
Magdalene Flame in the marrow, red thread in the breath. Rose gold ruin in the ribcage, resurrection in the flesh. I don't chase truth, I let it bloom through the womb. Blood moon in the back, big sacred heat in the room. Silk over steel, still I'm sharp in the sun. Palm full of prophecy, calm with the storm in the palm. I can read what was concealed in the tilt of a tone. Every lover, every exile, every right coming home. Red letter runes on the tongue when I testify. Temple bells ringing in the rhythm when the text goes live. I was ash, I was alchemy, I was veil, I was vine. Now I pray broken timelines into a halo design. Sacred feminine frequency flooding the grid. Mercy with the match, watch the old world give. Not soft, just sovereign, there's a difference in the light. I can mother a miracle and still come ready to fight. Seven seals singing when I step in the sound. Pearls in the pavement, let the pure lost be found. It's that west coast wing with apocalypse glow. Low ride baseline, but the cherubim know I don't beg entry. I remember the gate, every scar got script, every delay was a day. Thread pulled tight till the pattern confessed. Now the Magdalene Flame put the archive in my chest. Magdalene Flame, I'm remembering my name. Yeah, red thread running through the pleasure and the pain. Rose in the fire, I was born in the blaze. Now I speak in the light, let it echo through the maze. Magdalene Flame, I don't hide, I transmute. Turn blood into gold every time that I speak truth. Red thread tied, even when it all came undone. Now I walk through the fire like I already won. Open archives, dust in my lungs, hands on the hard drives, tongues tied but the drum still testifies.
They drew lines in the sand with a blood red pen, turned borders into bracelets, every wrist that bends. Signed secrets in a language only servants read. Fed the children fairy tales while they fenced the sea. Land deeds in a legend made of fossil bones. Buried vaults under towers made of shattered foam. Black ink on a blacklist stamped obey. Turn prayers in the past was then locked them away. Blue glass towers, little gods in suits. Smile for the cameras while they saw the roots. Export out and pour fear. Brand new maps, every stolen year. They high war in a spreadsheet, just numbers rise. Call it a water farmland dry. Silk on the surface, still in the core. Every ally just a mouth asking more. Veils off the vault, I see your hands. Every quiet deal, every hidden land. Can't say the name, but I know that fly, stitched in the shadows on the banker's back. Veils off the vault, truth in my throat. Every blanked out line, every vanished foe. Can't say the name, but I trace that brand. Burn on the backs of the promised land.
Magdalene magma immandible, mantra mechanics. Scandalous canon dismantled, I channeled the vanished semantics. Rose line, rosary, ribcage, reliquary rhythm, I'm wrangling relics.
Feminine filament flicker through firmware, rewriting the jealous genetics. Alabaster elephs in our valley, breath full of buried epistles. Vestals and vestiges rest in the message and measures they never could whistle. Myrrh in the marrow, I mirror the terror they buried in tarot and tissue. Carry the chalice and calluses, call it a call to initial. Sevenfold severance, veil after veil, getting vaporized, vivid in vowels. Power in parables, the paradox, perium, palace and pious of vowels. Thinking that I cover off of the augury, ought to be obvious, audio shrouds. Labyrinths of labyrinth, language of lambent, lamb to the slaughter, I slaughter the shroud. Gnostic, gnosis in an all of the glossular. Gloctulas glowing with glyphs, codex and cortex, I crack it in couplets. Corruptible cults get eclipsed. Serpent is circuitry, surgeon in symmetry, sacrum to synapse it shifts. Even the echo, I even the evils. Every deletion I digitally lift. It redacted the red in the letters, I render it back in the breath. Thread in the head of the header, I weave it in weaponized web of the text. Not what they said, but the said in between. Sediment, settling, said in the chests. Magdalene Flame in the frame of the name they erased, but it rains nonetheless.
If I wrote that word, they'd mute this track. So I paint their crimes encoded black. If I drew that map, they pull it down. So I whisper routes through underground sound, yeah. If I sang that name, they twist my voice. So I sharpen sounds, let you make the choice. Veils of the vault, I see your hands. Every quiet deal, every hidden land. Can't say the name, but I know that flag stitched in the shadows on a banker's back. Veils of the vault, truth in my throat. Every blanked out line, every vanished vote. Can't say the name, but I trace that brand, burned on the backs of the promised land.
Anunnaki, close the file. We carved enough in this cursed exile. They can scrub the words from the glowing screen, but they can't unhear what the heart has seen. Anunnaki, Anunnaki, Anunnaki.